early life and origins. Halla was born on May 16, 1945, in the aftermath of World War II, at the yard of Gustav Vierling in Darmstadt, Germany. Her origins were humble and rather unusual for a future Olympic champion. Her dam, Helene, was what Germans called a booty horse, a horse acquired during wartime. Helene had been ridden by a German officer during the war, who for unknown reasons left her in Gustav Vierling's stable. Rather than use the aging mare for farm work, Vierling decided to breed her. Helene was bred to a standard-bred trotting stallion named Oberst, resulting in the birth of Halla. The foal was registered in the Hessen stud book under the name Halla, though she would also sometimes be known as Sonnenglanz, meaning sunshine gleam in German. Halla was a bay mare with a distinctive white spot on her forehead. Early career. Halla began her career as a trotter on the Frankfurt Niederrad track, where she performed creditably. However, it soon became clear that despite her speed, she couldn't compete effectively with thoroughbreds in racing. At local tournaments, it was discovered that she had a remarkable ability to jump, which foreshadowed her future career. As the 1952 Helsinki Olympics approached, the first games where Germany was readmitted after World War II, the German Olympic Committee was searching for equine talent. Vierling offered Halla to the Olympic Committee and thus began her journey toward becoming a show-jumping legend. The difficult mare. Halla was known for her exceptional talent, but also for her difficult temperament. She changed riders multiple times as many found her unmanageable. Dr. Gustav Rau, who led the German equestrian program, initially assigned Halla to military rider Otto Rother, who had been selected for the Helsinki Olympics. An incident on October 16, 1951, nearly ended Halla's career prematurely. When ridden by an unfamiliar rider in a military competition, she performed disastrously in dressage, showed no feel for jumping obstacles, and eventually bolted with her rider. After this incident, Dr. Rau called Vierling to collect his horse, declaring that nothing sensible could be done with her. Hans Günter Winkler and Halla. Hans Günter Winkler's path to meeting Halla was as tumultuous as the mare herself. Winkler had come to Warendorf expecting a job with the German equestrian program, only to discover upon arrival that the position had been given to someone else. Though disappointed, he was allowed to stable his horses at the former German army stables. Winkler had briefly worked with Halla before her failed military competition attempt and was the only rider who seemed to connect with her. After Halla's failed military career, Vierling met Winkler by chance and offered him the mare, saying, "Herr Winkler, you were the only one who came to terms with the horse. Do you want the mare?" Despite financial constraints, Winkler accepted, determined to finally own a horse he wouldn't have to return to someone else. He dedicated a year and a half to working with Halla, developing a deep understanding of her character. Winkler described her as a mixture of crazy goat and genius, and Der Spiegel magazine called her a real child of the post-war period. A special partnership. Winkler recognized Halla's extraordinary intelligence and developed a unique riding style that suited her temperament. He used minimal aids, primarily communicating through subtle shifts in his weight, thigh, and knee pressure, which became known as the Winkler style. Halla worked without whip or spurs, responding instead to quiet verbal commands from Winkler. The mare had distinct preferences and quirks. Like a professional performer, she required peace and quiet an hour before competing. She approached her tasks with focus and professionalism, but could be unpredictable, calm and concentrated one moment, then easily startled the next, particularly during award ceremonies when victory wreaths were placed around her neck. Together, Winkler and Halla developed such harmony that they were described as merging like a mythical centaur when competing. Their partnership would go on to achieve extraordinary success in international competition. Mare, Olympic glory. Stockholm, 1956. The 1956 Olympic Games in Stockholm provided the stage for perhaps the most dramatic and memorable moment in Halla's career. During the first round of the team jumping competition, Winkler suffered a painful groin injury when Halla took off early at the penultimate obstacle, throwing him out of position. The injury was severe enough that Winkler considered withdrawing from the competition. However, without Winkler, the German team would be eliminated. Despite his pain, Winkler made the difficult decision to continue in the third round. He was given tranquilizers between rounds, but they created new problems. While sitting was comfortable, riding remained painful, and stronger pain medication would have compromised his mental clarity. Instead, he was given black coffee before his final round to combat dizziness and double vision. In this compromised state, Winkler could barely stay in the saddle and was unable to give Halla the usual leg aids to guide her approach to the jumps. What happened next became equestrian legend. Halla, sensing her rider's predicament, took over. She approached each fence perfectly and jumped flawlessly without guidance, while Winkler screamed in pain over each obstacle. The German sports reporter Hans-Heinrich Isenbart immortalized the moment with his enthusiastic commentary at the final fence. And Halla laughs as if she knew what it was all about. With this extraordinary performance, Halla and Winkler secured gold medals in both the team and individual competitions. Continued success. Halla and Winkler's success continued after their Olympic triumph. In 1954, they had already won gold in the World Championship in Madrid. After the 1956 Olympics, they added more victories to their impressive record. 1958, bronze medal in the European Championship in Aachen. 1959, German champion in Berlin. 1960, gold medal in the team competition at the Rome Olympics. Throughout her career, Halla accumulated approximately 125 jumping competition victories, making her one of the most successful show jumping horses in history. Retirement and legacy. Halla retired from competition on October 25, 1960, to begin her career as a broodmare. She had 8 foals during her breeding career, though none achieved the same level of success as their dam. Halla lived to the remarkable age of 34, passing away on May 19, 1979, at the same farm where she was born. Even during her retirement years, Halla received countless letters of appreciation and packages of sugar cubes from fans. Her popularity never waned, and she continued to receive fan mail even after her death. To honor her extraordinary legacy, the German Equestrian Federation decreed that no competition horse may ever again be registered under the name Halla, ensuring that the miracle mare remains unique forever. A life-sized bronze sculpture by Berlin animal sculptor Hans Joachim Ehler was erected in front of the headquarters of the German Olympic Equestrian Committee in Warendorf, where it remains a tourist attraction. A street in Warendorf, the seat of the German Equestrian Association, FN, was named after her. The artist Gunter Vinkler was commissioned to create a porcelain figure of the mare. Halla's place in history. Halla's story represents more than just sporting achievement. Born in the aftermath of World War II from humble origins, she symbolized Germany's post-war recovery and return to international competition. Her partnership with Winkler demonstrated the extraordinary bond that can develop between horse and rider, transcending normal communication. Halla stands among the greatest equine athletes in Olympic history. Her incredible intelligence, courage, and athletic ability, combined with her special partnership with Hans Günter Winkler, created a legacy that continues to inspire equestrians around the world to this day. As the bronze statue in Warendorf portrays her, head erect, ears attentively pricked forward, Halla embodied sovereign elegance, combined with modesty, the sign of true greatness. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the legacy of Halla, the mare who did the impossible.